The first question is, can finance in MBA, can finance specifically be one of the leading fields of demands in the markets of Asia in the next 10 years? What do you think about it?
Actually, I think the hot topics really here is the private wealth management, because we are connected to the China market, and obviously, the growing wealthy, individuals in mainland China, definitely companies trying to unlock that potential. Family offices as well, definitely there are numerous opportunities here, and we are, the home of one of the largest stock market here, one of the most proficient stock market with most number of IPOs in the last 10 years. So I think definitely the answer, I think is yes, but really to be on something for the incoming student to think about as well. If it's a complete career switcher, definitely some really foundation needs to be laid. Meaning, that we see a lot of students getting into the fields, some technical aspects is really being tested, financial modeling, the thorough understanding of the financial statements, those kind of things has really to be think about. And I think that the good news is our program, to provide a range of on the academic side, the foundation of accounting. On the career side, we do provide financial modeling training as well. And we do have a lot of alumni in this area who are always willing to share or even do mentoring or mock interviews for current students. So I think there's a lot of resources people can tap into.
Absolutely, that sounds really helpful. So for somebody who's looking to get into finance and willing to work outside of India, I think HKUST and the resources they can offer, they sound really great. In fact, especially the bit about alumni taking interviews and taking mock interviews and helping, I think that these are great resources, because a lot of times it is folks who've been in our place that can help us the most. And if you have those resources, I think it'll really accelerate the kind of preparation you need to get into the positions you want.
Yeah, certainly.
Chris, let's go to the next question, which is, what is your take on work experience before the MBA? Also, additional question, is it compulsory if someone wants to get into HKUST, do they need to have work experience before the MBA? And what is your take on it? What do you think about having work experience before MBA?
Thank you very much for the question. That's a great question. The official requirement, I think, for a lot of business schools, a few years of work experience, and at HKUST in our program is minimum 2 years for full-time MBA students and 3 years for part-time MBA students. I think this very helpful. Having worked myself, for a few years, I just look back and see that at different stage, you learn something. And in the MBA program, the design is different from the MSc or MA program. I did one MA myself in the past as well, where most of the students didn't have work experience. And I compare to MBA programs where people have work experience. The perspective they bring in is at a different level. They know about business, they bring in different perspective, and being a very international program as well, people are able to share the experience from different markets really, and able to, to have real, personal experience to reflect upon. So I think it's helpful. I think some students might be concerned about, what more on the requirement side, but our advice is really to think about what is the best, timing for you to come into the program and what makes the most out of it. We have a range of students from different years of work experience, ranging from 2 to 3 years. Not many, but most of the students fall within 4 to 6 years. But the higher end is around 10 to 12, and people can work together. So I think it's amazing to see this happening as well. We see a lot of students with longer work experience, sort of unofficially mentoring some younger students as well. But they learn about the agility and the flexibility, the new mindset from the younger ones. Some tech skills, they're technical savvy. They have a refreshing minds and perspective. So I think it's a fruitful thing really being here.
That sounds great. Thanks for sharing that, Chris. I'll go to the next question, which is one of our community members is curious about what how MBA specialization works at HKUST. So in India, in most MBA colleges, we have 4 basic specializations. If you